everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the BBB Insider. I'm Terene Chatfield. Today's guests are Kim Fantasy, she's the Executive Director of NARI, and joining her is Peter Price. He is the President of the Stillwater Building Builders. Hello, Peter. Kim, welcome.
Hi, Terene.
Thank
How are you?
Our host, of course, is your very own John North. Hello, John.
Hey, Terene. You know, we've done this a couple of times now.
I know.
I mean, you sure you weren't going to reconsider that Here's Johnny thing? Or has that been overdone?
Did you want me to try that out for just to see
well,
how it would
maybe
feel?
that's been overdone. Maybe
right.
we don't want to give them the feeling that this is that kind of show.
No, we don't want to.
I mean, because we are not ready for late night television.
No, we're not. Well,
or
we'll
the
see.
wars that go on for
We'll
late night
see.
television.
Right.
Well, you've gotten really confident since our last show.
Well, you know, I've got one under my belt.
Okay.
I'm getting,
You're feeling pretty good.
I'm getting into the groove.
Okay. Well, you did a great job.
All right.
You know who's going to be proud of you?
Who?
Mama.
I know. Hey,
Mama's going to be proud. Well, thank you all for tuning in today, and we've got some great guests and some great discussion. As always, you know the Better Business Bureau is your unbiased resource to look for businesses that you're going to interact with, whether that be someone that you're going to get to come into your home to remodel a part of the house, or if that's someone that you're looking to buy a particular product from. Your Better Business Bureau is that unbiased resource to help you make a great decision so that you can be well informed about this particular business before you actually sign a contract or invest a lot of time or money into that business. We're the place that does all the research for you. We check out companies so that when you come to us, we're going to have a variety of information so that you can feel comfortable in interacting with that company. Your BBB has a long history, as we've talked about on this program before. Here locally, we've been in business for more than 80 years. And on a national level, in 2012, we'll be celebrating our 100th anniversary. Your BBB was started because there were so many people out there 100 years ago trying to rip off consumers here in the United States and beyond. And so we held business accountable to the claims that they were making. And from that, developed an ad review council, an ad review agency that your Better Business Bureau to this day works hand in hand with, exposing organizations that aren't exactly trustworthy, or at least not advertising in the most appropriate way. Right. So we're here, we're a resource for you. We stand committed to you for trust and ethics in this marketplace, and we can't do it by ourselves. We certainly count on consumers to provide us with information about their interactions with a particular company, but we also have a variety of other organizations that we work very closely with, and we've got a couple of our very good friends here that we're going to talk with today to give you some information on their industry. We're coming to you today talking about the home remodeling industry, and it is one of the most inquired about organizations on your Better Business Bureau website. We have a lot of great accredited businesses that are here to serve you, standing for trust and ethics in our marketplace. And we also keep tabs on a lot of other businesses in this industry that are doing less than a legitimate service. And because there's so much work going on in this area, it is also our #1 complained about, or at least on our top 10 list every year of complained about industries. So Kim, I'm going to start with you and have a couple of questions about your organization, NARI. Why don't you tell us a little bit about NARI and what NARI does?
NARI stands for the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. It's a national organization. There are over 60 chapters nationwide, and Miami Valley NARI is here servicing the greater Dayton area. We service 11 counties. Dayton's kind of our epicenter, if you want to call it that, and we're here, similar to what the BBB does, we're here to make sure that those involved in the remodeling industry, everyone from the remodeling contractors themselves to the suppliers, are ethical, great companies.
Yeah. And one of the ways that we work together that we're very proud of our partnership with NARI is that you actually do significant research on your businesses before they apply to be a member of NARI. And one of those things is that you check with the Better Business Bureau, and they have to be in good standing.
All of our applicants are thoroughly investigated, and as you said, we do pull BBB records. We do call the BBB if we have any questions, because we want them to be part of this community, and we obviously want the consumers throughout the Miami Valley to hire reputable contractors and make sure their investment in their home or their business location is everything and more they want it to be.
Okay. One of the things that your BBB talks about in everything that we do as part of being a good business person in our area are the ABCs of doing business with any community. And the A in that equation is certainly your association. And you have a good number of individuals, organizations in this industry that are a part of NARI. Is that correct? How many businesses?
We have about 150 throughout the Miami Valley. And what we're very proud of is on a per capita basis, we have the most certified individuals in the country. We have everything from certified remodelers to certified kitchen and bath remodelers, and now we have a new certified green remodeler, which is taking hold in the Midwest. It's a little bit more prevalent on the East and the West Coast, but we're very proud that our members actually work towards educational, offerings throughout the local community and nationwide, and they've earned those designations and wear them proudly.
Green is certainly the word. It certainly, seems to be the way of the future. You mentioned that that's a new certification that you're looking at. Is it really catching hold? You said we're slower than others?
We're slower than the coasts, but we are catching hold. It's kind of like universal design. It's one of those things that everybody hears about, and eventually it kind of trickles down to our part of the country, and then we see it explode eventually. So we're excited.
Okay. All right. What are some of the most common problems that you might see in your industry?
Probably, I would say the number one issue we find with members and consumers out there is communication. Communicating with your remodeling contractor, making sure that the project is everything the expectations are well laid out with the contractor from start to finish. Sometimes we have those nobody communicates well at certain times, and their expectations are a little bit different. And we want to make sure the communication's there. All of our remodeling contractors are very professional, and their goal is to make sure that project is outstanding from start to finish, whether it's a large project or a small project. So I think communication is probably the biggest issue we have, and we work to educate our members on how to make that communication a little bit easier for the consumers.
Do you spread the word about your members to consumers in the area?
Oh, we do. We try. We have we advertise. We work very closely with Homeworld, which is a local show that just wrapped up here in the month of February. And we try to get the word out. We try to get the word that, go to the BBB, check on your people, but also come to NARI and make sure that they're a member of their association. I mean, they have to take pride in their continued education and the resources that we have available to make them as top-notch as they can be.
That's right. It's one of the reasons why our relationship is so important. We certainly tell people to look for that BBB seal, but when working in this industry specifically, we tell them to look and see if they're a part of our local NARI organization. So it's a great partnership. We appreciate, and our staff have met with you and the board on multiple occasions to work through some things related to how can we make this a better environment for consumers and businesses. So we've done some networking events in the past, and we'll look at doing some of those things in the future as well. So Kim, thank you very much. Lots of great information. Don't go away, of course, because we like to change things up here a little bit, don't we, Terene?
We do.
And Terene,
shake it up.
She's being quiet right now, but she's got some tough, hard-hitting questions for you.
Good. That's right.
That's why she's got her pen this time, because she is taking notes.
I'm taking notes
All right.
as we speak.
Yes.
But we don't want Peter to feel left out.
No.
And I do have a couple of great questions for Peter as well. Peter, thanks for being here. I know that you're someone who works in this industry on a daily basis, and you are also interacting with a lot of different people in the home builder, home remodeling area, as well as some consumers. And this is a huge investment that a consumer is going to make. And I know some of the recent stats that we've talked about over the last couple of years, and I know all industries have been hit, but we've seen in the home remodeling industry more and more people going to remodel their home over buying or building a new home. So just a couple of things that, being in this industry, what are some questions that you recommend consumers ask when that builder or when that home remodeler is coming in to give them a quote?
One of the most important things that homeowners should ask is for references, and make sure that the homeowner checks out those references. It's one thing to ask, but you have to do your legwork. Make sure that you ask if a potential contractor is a member of Better Business Bureau or a member of NARI. And if the contractor has done similar projects to the ones that the homeowner wants to have done, and if they have, if the homeowner can either contact that person whom they've done the work for or go out and see the job. All of those things are very important. You know, how many years a contractor has been in business is important. But by and large, the most important thing is to follow up on all of those questions and make sure that the homeowner verifies that the contractor is telling the truth.
Okay. Oftentimes, and it's an industry that I'm sure that you come in contact with, you know, there's lots of handymen out there that are doing some things, and you know, you might have a handyman come in and fix or install a fan or something like that, and you talk to him about, oh, well, I need this done, and you know, eventually you get to, you know, well, I need a new roof, and he says that, you know, well, I can take care of that too. Do you have any advice related to, you know, really good handymen, but you know, them coming in and doing things more than they had originally come to your house for?
Well, make sure that you know, the handyman is capable of doing that kind of work, that they've done that kind of work in the past, and try to, you know, verify that track record is really important. There are a lot of great handymen out there that are extremely talented and will do you a great job and are very honest, but you also want to make sure that they're not getting sort of out of their element, and so that they can actually do what they say that they're going to do.
Yeah, we've got a lot of great handymen in both of our organizations, and sometimes there are people who you know, want to do right and asking the right questions and get talked into taking on something maybe a little bit bigger than they're able to bite off. So
that's true.
You know, a good recommendation for handymen or anybody in any particular industry, you know, don't bite off more than you can chew. Know your own skills and what you can bring to this table. And there's so many partnering agencies through your organization and through the Better Business Bureau that these people can subcontract with, possibly, to do some work for you. One of the big things in your industry, and doesn't always happen, are contracts. Do you recommend that people get a contract in writing?
Yes, I do. I think it's probably one of the most important tools of the remodeling project as a whole. It's more important than any saw or drill or anything like that. Having a well-written, fully outlined contract tells you so much and improves the communication process of the project. And some of the aspects of a contract are, you know, who is responsible for what, how long the job is going to take, what the payment schedule is going to be, whether there's going to be money asked for up front. Also, all the specifications of the contract, you know, all of the things like, let's say you're doing a kitchen and you specify a certain faucet or a certain type of countertop. All of those things should be in the contract. So yes, I, you know, highly recommend that you put everything in writing.
Okay. You mentioned here about upfront fees. Is upfront fees common in this industry?
Yes, it's common, but it sort of depends on the project. If it's a large project with a significant outlay of money for material up front, let's say it's a kitchen remodel, and there's a significant outlay for cabinets or deposits for countertops or things like that, then customarily money is asked for up front. But again, know your contractor. Make sure that that contractor is reputable, is a member of the BBB, is a member of NARI, and make sure that you've checked all the references so that you know that this company is legitimate and is going to be there and will do what they say that they're going to do.
Is it going to be a red flag if someone asks for the full amount up front?
Yes. Never pay the full amount up front.
Okay. We've done a number of stories, some of those stories together that have hit the local media about contractors who have come in and have taken draws and more draws, and until they get